Hey y'all, welcome in. Welcome in. If you are new or passing through to my channel, welcome. My name is Tam. I'm also known as the Enlightened Auntie. If you're returning, welcome back, squad. I am here today to do another general collective reading. We're not sign specific here. We're also gender fluid. I may say you when I'm talking to them. I may say them. I'm talking to you. Put yourself in the story wherever you seem to fit. Remember that time and energy are fluid. So I could be talking about the recent past, the present, or the future. Take the parts that resonate. Leave everything else behind. If you would like to book a personal more aligned with your own story, all of my information is below in the description box. I invite you to join me for a session. Alright, y'all. Welcome in. I'm going to start off with my triple deck this morning. Incidentally, I just read some news that they have arrested the person that they allege started the Palisades fire back in January. And I really feel like the title to the article that I read, was like Florida man captured, blah, 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 and then of course everybody on Threads was like, "Oh, Florida maggot," But I don't think he's from Florida. I think he went to Florida to distance himself from the crime. He ain't from there. I think he's from here. But it turns into a federal charge because some of the land that was burned was federally protected land. So I'm sure the state's going to go after him for the human casualties, for all the lives that were lost from that fire as well. So we'll see how that goes. Young guy. He was like 29 years old. He just threw his whole damn life away. Oh well. Alright. I'm like, I was just reading that article just before I decided to sit down and start working, but that's like a heavy topic of conversation right now. Because those fires were devastating. I still would like to go back to the Altadena fire area to see how much progress they've made in the cleanup, because when I took my kids up there, it was pretty bad. Pretty devastating. Even though it's far from where we live, the effects and the smoke and family and friends who lost their homes in those fires, it was wild. Alright, y'all, let's jump in. Let's see what Spirit wants to talk about. You know, it's funny. I actually had to change the music because the music that I was originally using, the creator decided to monetize it for themselves, which is fine, whatever. But I remember now the reason why I initially even started putting music in the background of my readings is because my son, he pretty much is like a little hermit in his room, but he plays video games, and I had to put the music on to drown out the yelling coming out of his room. That's really the only reason why I was using it. And that still exists. So there's that. But this is a different healing tone. I'm always going to have like healing tones in the background because it's to calm the nervous system, to keep you grounded while you're listening. I think that's the reason why, mostly because the frequency that I was using before, it was the frequency of God, 963 hertz. I just like the Zen feel of it. Alright, let's jump in and see what Spirit wants to talk about today. Where are we time-wise? Okay. Before I have to start making moves. Okay, I'm using my triple deck, and I'm initially starting off with similar message that I got yesterday. Remember when I said somebody wanted to come in and do the right thing? I feel like I'm wondering if this is what I wonder if what they're waiting for is an opportunity, because I do feel like there's somebody who wants to come towards you. They might be a little intimidated though. They might be a little intimidated. They may feel that you're, a little on the defensive. It's a perception thing for me. I'm always, it's a perception thing. Because I mean, maybe you are intimidating. I don't know. Your energy probably, it does feel very, oh, I just heard they think you're unapproachable. I heard that so clear. They think you're unapproachable. You've changed. Something about your energy has changed from the last time that you engaged with whoever this person is that wants to come towards you. They want to come towards you though. And I think this person is trying to figure out how to do that. They just feel like you're unapproachable. They're very intimidated. They are intimidated by your presence, honey. Yeah, I don't know what you do or where you are or what you're doing in your life, but they either perceive you as somebody who gets a lot of attention, I'm like, I'm gonna tell you when I don't like the energy. See, there we go. I was like, where's the, yeah, that's what it is. Okay. All right. So we know yesterday's reading, it started off with somebody who wanted to do the right thing. They wanted to come towards you to tell you about something, about what was going on, like maybe that you may not be aware of, right? Oh, this is interesting. You also, again, because I'm kind of getting a little bit of an intuitive hit, like you may, because you're already aware, you may also be anticipating their arrival. I mean, we've been talking about it for a while, so this is a masculine energy. This is a masculine energy. Distorted masculine energy. Okay. Let's talk about it. Okay, so I do have a counterpart out here. And so I have a set of counterparts, right? The foundation of your relationship is pretty much demolished. Okay? I feel as though it's interesting because it feels like you may have moved on from this person. You may have put some physical distance between you, physical and energetic distance, because even if you are like in, say if you're in the same town or something like that, your energy signature is kind of saying stay away from me. I don't know what you got going on in your life, but it almost feels like this person, they feel a little bit left out. Because I feel like it's weird. They feel left out. Like, that's why they want to come towards you. Now they want to invest some kind of time and effort into you. I feel like in the past, they may have had you like in third party energy. They may have made you a third party. Or they had a third party. I kind of feel like this could go either way. They could have made you a third party and you didn't know about it, or they had you in third party energy. I also see there's this weird energy is kind of hovering right here. It's kind of like they feel like you left them behind, but what they see is I don't know, like you're getting some kind of attention. So I don't know if you're like in the public eye of some kind of way, or at least they could be like looking into you. But it feels like it's like if they didn't celebrate you in the past, they could be in regret because maybe they're learning something. I want to say they're learning something about you that they may not have known before, or they didn't see it before, they didn't perceive it before. Oh, and they're also looking at, like, here's this energy that's kind of like connected to a past experience where maybe you, okay, because this person may have had you in third party. That's the reason why they couldn't really invest the effort into you. But you may have tried to, like, create some type of, balance within the relationship, or at least to try to, create this foundation. But you may have been doing it largely by yourself. And it feels like there was a lot of burden here. I think at one point you might have been waiting for them to kind of get on board and take some action. And I just don't think that they did. So it feels like everything that was, I don't know how long this relationship was or whatever, but it feels like a lot of everything that was, like, everything that was that involved this relationship centered around your doing. Not so much them, but you. I think this person is kind of recognizing now the instability of the relationship, or the lack of the foundation, because they didn't put any effort in it. Now it feels like somebody wanting to, it's like they couldn't invest in you because they were too busy investing elsewhere. And for you, you may have waited for them to kind of, like, get on board or whatever, and they just never did. Now, if you are being celebrated by other people, like you have support. That's another thing. It's funny, I think, because I said it a couple of readings ago, where I was like, when my college ex, like, I couldn't pay him to give me a compliment. And so right here, what this looks like, it's almost like, why give you this attention when I could be giving all of these other people attention? It's kind of weird, because now they're looking at this whole scenario with regret, because now you've got your boundaries up. You're guarded. You are so guarded right now. You're guarded, and you're very protective over whatever life that you've created for yourself, the sustainability. Like, you're protecting what's yours. Honestly, yeah, it's like they're in regret for the way that they, like, may have treated you or mistreated you. Okay, so I do have this energy that's sitting in this area, because even if they were to come towards you, I am getting like it could be a travel restriction. Like, maybe they're having a difficult time getting to you. Maybe they don't have the means or something like that. But initially, even when I first saw these cards flip over, it felt more like somebody just, honestly, just coming in to waste your time. And I feel like it's largely because they're coming from a place of instability. I don't know. And this person is kind of, they're looking at their decisions, because it also feels like somebody here who thought they were doing something. They thought that they were getting away with something by, like, having you in this third party energy. Like, you would never find, the collective will never find out. And whether you found out or not, though, I mean, I read the comments, so whether you found out or not, like, have, like, tangible proof or whatever, you still managed to, kind of get away from this situation, and then, rebuild yourself and put yourself in a much better position. I just see this as a missed opportunity. they may be in regret. They kind of feel like, you know, I don't know, this over here kind of feels like maybe there's a chance, you know, like I'm in regret for what I've done. I know that, you know, you might not be inclined. They're a little bit reluctant. And this is still the same kind of energy. Like this person, they spent most of the time in their connection with you. They spent most of their time disappointing you. This was somebody who was emotionally manipulative. Like you may have communicated to them and would tell them how you feel or whatever, and they wouldn't really share that same level of information with you. I just heard inept. So maybe this person was just inept. I just see a missed opportunity. I mean, regardless of what their intention is and what they want, I do see where somebody wants to come towards you. But again, like I said, it feels very much like somebody who wants to waste your time. Yeah. Yeah. It's done already. Ten of Swords, Two of Cups in the reverse. It's done already. I'm like, it's done already. Six of Pentacles in the reverse. Yes, this motherfucker was breadcrumbing the hell out of you. Why? Because he was spreading it wide and thin with other people. And you waited. You may have. I mean, I know that ain't for everybody. But at least one of you. Somebody out here waited for this person to, like, I don't know about come back, but waited for them to kind of like get their shit together, to like get on board. Because you genuinely had love for this person. You genuinely had love for this person. There was love here. But I think at some point you decided to just stop waiting. Good for you. See, this person, they stupid. Yeah, I called you stupid. Yeah, you got yourself out of this. Whatever this was, if it felt like a nightmare, you got yourself out of it. And now this person is trying to figure out a way to get back to you because I feel like they want to heal the connection. But I just see a lot of overthinking on their part. I get a lot of overthinking on their part. Now, if you... there's something about your rise and it being public or it's being seen. Like, what is that? There's something about your rise being seen. And so because your rise is being seen, it almost feels as though whatever energy that this person is in, that can also be seen as well. Because I kind of feel like this person is almost not like comparing not like comparing your situations, but they can see where you are energetically. Like, you're in a much better place because you've made better decisions. And now the crazy thing is, I haven't pulled the rest of the cards, but I do feel like this person, I don't know, like here it's like they want to, here they've made a choice. Like they want to, like there's a thing, they want to come back to you and their goal is to like win at all costs. But here it feels like this feels very self-serving. This doesn't feel like it has really anything to do with you. This doesn't feel like it's about you. They just want to get you back on board with them. But also, like I said, I feel like there's some sneaky shit going on here. And maybe part of the reason why they want to come towards you is because they think that you might help them. Now, the other thing that I'm seeing too is this one line. If at some point because I remember I said that you might have been waiting for them, here it feels very much like you might have needed help at some point in the past. Maybe you were going through something and you needed help. I kind of feel like this person may have they may have turned you away or something, and you kind of had to hunker down and figure out your issue by yourself, because you turned to this person. You may have turned specifically to this person. Yes, you may have specifically turned to this person and they rejected you or they refused you. So here you're like, okay, well, that shifts or changes the dynamic of our relationship. That changes the dynamic of your relationship. So maybe you had to seek out other people who were genuinely supportive to you. And that kind of took this relationship completely off the board for you. Because when you recognize, and that's, okay, thank you, that's what this is. So when you recognize what genuine assistance or genuine support, people who support you emotionally, when you recognize what that looks like, anything less than that is going to turn you off completely. Completely. I also kind of get an impression here that you have been very determined to build up your own sense of stability. I feel like you've been very patient and you work very hard because you've been in relationship dynamics that lack that kind of foundational integrity. So I just see you, and in this instance, wanting to win at all costs. I don't see anything wrong with it because it was kind of like you against you. So you made new choice. You had to make a different choice. And it first started with removing the option of this person having the ability to come back to you. That had to change. And it might have even been, it's funny because I'm hearing the words come out of my mouth because I'm like, that's kind of how it happened for me. It's like when I recognized immediately, when I turned to certain people, and I don't like going to people for help. I tend to be kind of an island. I've learned the hard way, especially when you turn to people like your parents or something like that. I've learned the hard way. There's no support there. So, when you try to turn to somebody and they purposely turn you away, but then you witness them showing up for other people or whatever, that's a different kind of hurt. That's a different kind of hurt. So I definitely see that you had to make a shift. And the shift, I feel it started with you putting a boundary here without, again, like I said, not allowing somebody to spin the block on you. Seeing the difference between what emotional support looks like versus lip service. Oh, I love this. Yep. And I think yeah, I kind of feel like whoever this person is, they threw away they literally threw away this whole relationship. You chose to heal. You chose to heal. You chose to love yourself. You chose to heal and love yourself. Somewhere along the line, you chose, like, you may have recognized where you were like doing too much, and you started doing all those things that you were, projecting onto other people, all that help and assistance and love you were pouring into other people. You recalled all of your energy back to yourself, and you started giving that shit to yourself. Good on you. Now I see here, remember what I was saying? It's funny because I was laying cards and I wasn't even looking at them. But remember when I was saying, like, you, this is your determination based on the fact that you had to learn how to, I think that's where the learning curve was for you. You had to learn, one, to love yourself, two, to give yourself some grace through the healing and the transition, because healing is not linear. Healing is not linear. You're going to go through dips and dives or whatever, and then some things will trigger you, and then you'll have to kind of not start all over again, but it's like, when you get triggered, you kind of still have to do the work here. So this feels like, even if at one point you were waiting for them to come back, it feels like the relationship itself required a lot of you carrying the burdens of this relationship. So for me down here, it kind of feels like you decided to drop some of those wands, because some of the burdens that you carry, anytime I see the 10 of Wands, and even though I don't specifically have the 10 of Wands card out here, I do have 10 Wands out here. And the 10 of Wands for me is my people-pleasing card. And so when the 10 of Wands is present, for me, it's usually a sign that at least, I do the 40-60 rule, at least 40% of the burdens that you carry ain't yours. So before you can actually take on new opportunities and new situations and new relationships and all that stuff, you've got to drop some of the burdens that you're carrying. And again, I think there was a period of time where you were kind of waiting for somebody to pick up the slack or do their part in the relationship. But when you recognize that, what, I'm doing all this by myself. So now I'm doing this by myself, trying to create this stability, but I need your participation to do that. And maybe even recognizing too, like, in the sense of overgiving, maybe you had a lot more love for the person than they had for you. Okay, that's a possibility too. Because even down here, this feels like somebody wanting to see. I said they're coming in here to waste your child. They come in here to waste your time. Cross watchers hate to see me coming, because, child, I'm gonna tell you all the tea. This person, and maybe no, because I'm like, up here is here's them trying to offer their cup, right? They want to spin the block, come back. But I remember I said, I feel like they're here to waste your time, because I don't actually see any cards around this main energy that make me feel like they're doing this on the up and up, especially because the 7 of Swords is right here. So they're kind of anticipating that you still have, yes, you are still a very unconditionally loving individual. They're kind of hoping that they could come back and that you would still be that same unconditionally loving individual. However, you are showing up as the Queen of Wands twice. And you are determined, for once, I'm actually okay with where this 5 of Swords is placed. Because for me, it feels like you're not about to come over here and get the best of me. I've made new choices. I'm no longer crying over the spilled milk, because I can kind of see who you are. I see who you've been. I'm cool on that. So the best thing that I can do to protect myself is to not even give you an opening. There is no opening here. There is no new opportunity. Now, I will always say this, and my clients know. When I see the Nine of Wands in the upright, the Nine of Wands does talk about this perseverant energy. You just keep going, even with all the shit you got on your shoulders and everything. You still persevere. You still keep going. You're a little guarded, but you still, you're still in it, in the game, right? But the Nine of Wands also, for me, in the upright, talks about if somebody approached you and they acted like they had some sense, you still might entertain it, right? But what I absolutely love here is that while you might entertain it, in this context, doesn't feel like entertain them in a way where you're like, yeah, come on back, everything is gravy. No, I don't see it like that. I feel like your level of entertainment is like, sure, I'll hear you out because I already know that maybe 80 to 90% of the shit that comes out of your mouth is probably going to be a lie, and I'm not planning on giving you there is no actual opening here. You've already lost that. That's the way I see it coming off of your energy. I feel like, yeah, you are definitely very unconditionally loving. You are, you pour into but you pour into folks who pour into you. See, there's the caveat. So if this person only intends to just come in and take, you're already ready for it. You're already like, yeah, you're on my radar. I'm not really tripping off of you. I'm not tripping off of you. Now, what I don't want you to do is, I don't want you to beat yourself up for your efforts in this connection not working out. It just, don't beat yourself up over that, right? Remember when I said I didn't finish my thought when I was talking about this line here. So I said, I think this person is coming in to waste your time, and I'm saying that because while I feel like they do want to come towards you and they would like to see some kind of victory and success with you, I feel like them coming towards you, there's an energy of insincerity. There's an energy of insincerity here, and that is what I don't like. And this person that may be coming towards you, okay, here in this one sector, like this could be them having this determination of wanting to come towards you, but they're unable. They may have financial constraints. This person may have lost their job. They may need some type of financial assistance or something. And I think this right here is crazy, because I hope that they are not looking at you thinking that they could come to you and that maybe you would help. Because this feels very much like they're coming to you. Somebody's coming to you with their hand out, hoping to play on your affection, you being this, generous, loving person. Yeah, absolutely not. Okay. Ooh. Yeah, I do get this energy of somebody wanting to come towards you, but they're reluctant. They're reluctant to come towards you. And I'm seeing in two areas where it may not just be reluctance, it may be an inability. Like if there's some distance between you, they're trying to figure out a way to get to you. They can't right now, because their goal is they don't want the relationship to end. And you were waiting for the relationship to change, and it didn't. So it ended. I think whoever this person was that you were dealing with, yeah, they were definitely unfaithful. This person also liked a lot of attention. They like the attention of other people, and maybe it's because they had a low self-esteem. So they couldn't give to you because they were so busy giving to other people and lying. Jesus. Wow. And now this person is, wow. Now this person, the hangman to the hangman, in the, one in the upright, one in the reverse. The fool out here twice in the reverse. So, so whoever this person was, and they're having a difficult time. They're looking at the past and what the way they did you, and the way that they were unfaithful to you, and the way that they were lying to you and betraying you, and all that, right? And now they're looking at this thing from a different point of view. Now they're realizing the foolish things that they did and the way that they treated you, because now they see. Now they see that out of everybody that was in their life or whatever, that you were the one who actually showed them genuine love. Go figure. You showed this person love, meanwhile this person was just showing you their ass. They were just lying and cheating and entertaining other people and trying to get all this attention or whatever. And now it's almost like they're, I don't know, maybe you were holding up a mirror to them. It's kind of like their world is kind of flipped upside down now, because now they're looking at the actions that they've taken. They're looking at their relationship with you. They're looking at their relationship to other relationships that they have in their life. And they're kind of like, damn. This is a greedy person. The devil, yep. This person was operating in this low vibrational energy. They were vibrating in this devil energy. It kept them wanting to just be adored by other people. And that's what, like, there was, now I want to say, whoever this person is, because this is a counterpart, there was a soul contract here, and they broke the contract. They broke the contract. And now they're also seeing here. Now this is interesting, because I hadn't considered this. This person may also be seeing too that maybe there was some kind of, I don't know if there was some type of juju done over them. There might have been some juju done over this person, and it kind of changed the trajectory of their entire life. Now, this is interesting, because one of the decks that I have in my triple deck, it has actually 2 Fool cards. I got the Fool card out here 3 times. 2 from the same deck. Both of them are out here. And this person, now they're recognizing the decisions that they made to break. Like here, they can kind of see where they broke the contract. They broke the contract. So this almost feels like somebody wanting to come back and reclaim. Now, don't shoot the messenger. I heard they're like wanting to. I heard the phrase "reclaim their property." That's what I heard. I know you don't feel like property, and I know that you are not property, and you don't consider yourself to be property. But this person, they might be a little territorial, and they may feel like you belong to them. This person is recognizing, number one, they see how much you've changed from the last time you dealt with them. They're seeing something in you that they have never seen before, like a level of confidence, and they see your level of confidence, and they are definitely intimidated by it. But they're kind of kicking themselves here, because here they dishonored the spiritual contract between you by choosing third party energy and keeping themselves in this low devil shit over here. And on this side where they're seeing, they can kind of see where this could definitely be like them witnessing the fact that they haven't changed. They haven't changed to the degree that you have, and you've done it successfully. But you've done that by protecting yourself and creating this boundary around you so that this kind of like fuck shit energy can't even get, it can't even really get close to you. But this person does see the error of their ways. I'm going to, I got to say that. They do see the error of their ways. And they also kind of recognize too, like, their life would have been so different if they had just done what they were supposed to, which was to honor the soul contract. They were scared. Oh, they were so scared. Their ego. There's something in their ego. And child, there it is. The Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. Because they made, they're seeing. They're seeing. Oh, I love how these cards work. I love it. You chose to follow a spiritual path. You may be highly intuitive and empathic. You know way more than what you let on. You may have even known very well. You might not have wanted to admit it to yourself, but you may have known deep down what this person was really about, and you saw them. I think I mentioned this a while back in one of the readings. I'm like, for those who are really sensitive to energy, like for me, I know that I generally tend to interact with other people's inner children. Or at least that's what I see when I'm engaging with people. There's certain people that I've encountered in my life where, while I know in the 3D and right in the present, I was dealing with, somewhat of a demon energy. I knew it. What I was engaging with though was the kid inside, and I operated from that space. But when I recognized that their demon was very much on duty and did not really want me to engage with the child anymore, I had to step back and just you have to figure it out, because I can't figure it out for you. This person was definitely afraid of commitment. I think they were afraid. I heard afraid of the depths of your love. Okay. Now, I do have an energy out here that looks a lot like someone trying to do moon magic. I'm like, okay, now let me look at this with a different set of eyes. I do see that there's an energy out here of somebody who may have tried to perform some moon magic. But let me tell you, if you're doing return to sender, you were being protected. You are being protected. And if you are currently in a relationship, I see a bunch of different things out here now that I'm really looking at it. I also see an energy out here of there could have been somebody here doing moon magic over a relationship. If you're in a new relationship, or you're in a relationship not with this person, I do see where somebody could have been trying to do moon magic to break you up. But it goes right back to what I've been saying. It's like if somebody has been throwing, and that's the dumb thing, if somebody had done moon magic to break up your relationships or break up your partnerships, really what it's doing, because I can see it here, what it's doing is, that's why I'm saying, this got to be some kind of either return to sender type shit, or you're just really heavily protected, which I see that too. Because it feels like it goes, that's why all these Fool cards are out here. It literally circles right back to them. So if somebody here been, yes, if somebody, I'm like, it goes like in a loop. If somebody here did some like moon magic to break up a partnership or break up a relationship, all it did was break up their relationships and their partnerships. So like they were sending that energy to you and it bounced off of you and went to them. And so whatever relationships that they have in their life are starting to break down or have broken down because of the energy that they were trying to throw at you. You're protected. Baby, you are protected. Now the other energy, because I've said this before, if somebody had tried to send like their little demon minions to you, like I've said it in other readings, I'm like, even if they tried to send the devil himself to you, the devil doesn't have any beef with you. You know what I'm saying? Like you have a good command of your shadow. You have a good command of your shadow. You have a good command of your shadow. So even if they did try to send the devil to you, the devil has respect for you, baby. The devil has respect for you. The devil already knows not to come for you. You vibe too damn high for them too. And they know it. And now this person is recognizing the change and the shift in, they're recognizing the shift in their lives because they can see, I don't know how they see you. Again, it could be, you could be in the public eye. You could have a public platform, or this person could just be researching you and looking into your life. I don't know how they see you. But you could be getting some public attention or something. Because there's a lot of illumination here. Like even if somebody wanted to put an end to you, they can see you are thriving and your life is doing very well, where their lives may be very stagnant. Okay, let's clarify. Actually, no, let's not use this deck. Let's use this deck. No, let's not use this deck. I'm like, I have so many decks on my desk. Let's use this one. Wow. What'd I say? So whoever this person is to you, at one point they may have been your 10 of Cups. This could have something to do with a family dynamic. Doesn't have to. You chose to walk away from it because you were investing all this time and effort and energy and there just was no change. So again, you were by yourself trying to it's like you walked away because you recognized that you were investing in all this patience and time and effort and energy waiting for something to change, and you were doing it largely by yourself. You walked away because you lost hope. It wasn't there anymore. You may have, oh yeah, you may have told this person, that you knew what they were doing, like behind your back or whatever, and you knew that they hadn't changed. I feel like you decided, since I've already been doing this by myself, I might as well just be by myself. I can see that too. Yeah. And even though this relationship dynamic, like I said, you were waiting for some type of change and it just didn't happen. It just didn't happen. Yeah, so now you're guarded. You may have blocked this person. Yeah, like I said, this person tells lies. They may have also left you very confused. Like, I tell you one thing, but my actions say something very different. Yes. Yes. And you chose, I love this actually. This person played a lot of mind games with you. And because you may have witnessed the fact that this person wasn't going to change, you didn't want to be in that confused state all the time, because that also caused hurt feelings. Yeah, you might not have wanted, because it feels like a barrier or like a bound, like you created some kind of boundary. Again, when I said I don't have 10 of wands out here, but I have 10 wands. Same thing. 3 of wands, 7 of wands. It's like I just get this big energy of like, I can do bad by myself. I would rather just go off and be by myself and just, focus on building myself up instead of trying to, fortify this relationship. I'm doing it by myself, so I might as well be by myself. And now that you are, like, if you're in an independent, stable space, now you're doing whatever you can to protect that which you've created for yourself. Yeah, I said, and even in this deck, it's still coming out in the same. It's still coming out the same way. Yeah, you're better off by yours. Yeah, you had to make a choice. This person, you had to make a choice for yourself, and you had to choose to love yourself, because you could see very clearly that the two of you could not see eye to eye, and it's mostly because this person was dealing with their ego. And again, there was all this backstabbing and betrayal, and all you were trying to do was to create some type of stability and a solid foundation, and all this relationship was a lot of burden for you. So yeah, this person could definitely be getting some judgment. I do feel like somebody wants to, they look at you as their person. I think even they know intuitively that they were supposed to be with you, but they were afraid. Oh, they were so superficial. There was something about you. But they were afraid of like commitment and all this other shit. Whatever. And I kind of feel like this person, when I tell you they are kicking themselves, This person is kicking themselves because they told they told lies. They probably had you all confused or whatever. And no matter what, you walked away because you couldn't stabilize this relationship. This could be somebody that you've known for a really long time. You invested a lot of effort and energy into this connection, and all it did was break your heart. It just kept breaking your heart, right? And this person definitely gives me the energy of somebody who makes very self-serving decisions. And so if you decided to walk away from this person is like really kicking themselves because they're kind of mad at themselves now. Like, shit, now the collective has moved on, left me on the outside, and they're guarded and don't want to have shit to do with me. Duh. You can't be playing with people like this. You can't. You can't play with people and then expect them to just stick around. Yeah, look at all the secrets and lies and shit. This person was emotionally manipulative, and they probably loved you a lot and just did not know how to express that. Shame on you. That is so crazy. You were very generous with this person. Very generous with your effort and time. Very, very generous. And this person just was not willing to change. They were hiding so much. And now this person might be alone dealing with depression because of, yeah, they're hiding it. If they're going through it, they're hiding it. This person's like kicking themselves because they realize that they should have committed to you. Because they're looking at your level of commitment and they were unable to match that energy. This person's kicking themselves. And they were afraid. I said they were afraid. They were afraid of commitment. They were afraid of commitment. So I won't necessarily say it was you. Yes, there were some intimidating aspects about you. This person didn't feel like they were enough. That's a them problem, not you. And I know the byproduct of that is them trying to minimize who you are to make themselves feel better. So if you experienced that, I'm sorry that you did. Because I can see it out here. It was not your fault. That was not your fault. You being kind, loving, and generous is not a fault. Some people consider it as a weakness, unfortunately. But this person is they're going through it alone, and they're trying to hide it because they don't want people to know just how miserable they are. Yeah, this person also could be... Oh. I'm like, oh. I see so much. Okay, so this person may be isolating. They may be... trying to figure out, why are they unable to move? Okay, this may be more about them unable to move towards you, because you're dealing with a change of circumstance. Something is happening in your life that is faded, and they're unable to approach you. And that may be why they can't, because every time I do readings like this, there's always like some hiccup in the area of them coming towards you. And it might be just because you're so protected, like it's like God's not making a way for this person to be able to come towards you so that they can't affect what you have going on. So there could be some things, this is whether this is like you keeping things quiet, keeping things to yourself, or just spirit creating conditions to where they can't actually see what you're going through or see what you got going on, so that they can't actually affect it in any kind of way. They can't negatively impact it. But I definitely see this. I have somebody on the board who's kind of unhinged. They're unhinged because I think they're looking back at the decisions that they've made and the way that they treated you and the secrets that they told, the secrets that they kept and the lies that they told, and they're seeing how unfairly they treated you, and now they're recognizing why you walked away, and when faced with the decision of like, do you continue to deal with this shit or not, I think you decided to kind of, instead of pouring all of whatever you were pouring into this person, you elected to pour that back into yourself. And when you did, you like recommit. Like, I like this whole section here because it feels like, okay, that shit didn't work. I'm going to commit to myself, and I recommit to myself. I'm going to pour into myself. And when you do that, then you start to heal. And your life starts to balance out, and that's when you start recognizing like the people who are in your life who are genuinely for you, not the ones who are just genuinely there to take from you. Yeah. Okay, we're almost at an hour. Let's see. I gotta take my son to school in a minute. I'm like, do I want to do one more pass? Let's use this deck. We'll do one more quick pass. Yeah, so like they want to come towards you. Oh, they want to come towards you. Let's move on from the past. Somebody here wants to come and heal the connection because they are very, very sad. They are sad. They want to come and tell you the truth. But again, they may not have the ability. They may not have the means to do it. So there could definitely be some distance, the means. They may not have the money to do it. Because they're in the middle of catching karma. For something. Oh, this is interesting. I'm telling you, if they were a party to any kind of trying to do some juju or whatever, they're getting their ass handed to them right now. They are getting their ass handed to them right now. It's hitting their pockets. Oh, look at this Ten of Swords. It's hitting their pockets. They're being betrayed and backstabbed. Ooh. This person may have gotten involved in another relationship. Okay, I'm going to stop there. This person may have gotten involved in a superficial relationship. And that shit is way more burdensome. Like I said, karma is dog walking this person. That's why they think if they can come to you with an apology, that it would like absolve them of their sins. I've talked about that. That's what this looks like. It looks like somebody, they're like, if I can come to the collective and I can apologize to them, maybe I could, maybe we can successfully overcome, all of this and just, and move on. But they feel like an apology would absolve them. Now, again, they may not be able to come towards you because there may be some financial restrictions, okay? But the financial restrictions are a byproduct of the karma. They got their ego, their ego got involved. They may have also gotten into a relationship, a very superficial relationship for the looks of it, and they ended up with somebody that they don't actually see eye to eye with. And they're recognizing too that they're even being in the relationship that they're in is karma for what they've done to you. And now they're just kind of sitting in their feelings. They want to come and tell you. They want to come and talk to you so bad. But they're at a loss right now because they're kind of sitting in their feelings because they don't really have a way to get to you. They don't have a way to get to you, and their confidence is taking a little bit of a beating because your confidence is real. Theirs not so much. Theirs not so much. Yeah, they may have married somebody and the person that they married may also dabble in occult business, we'll say. Ooh, he wants to. Ooh. He definitely is trying. I feel like if he is in a relationship, he is not happy. He is not happy. Ooh, he is not happy. And he realizes, the crazy part about it is the realization that all of the decisions I've made have got me into this position that I'm in. If I had just stuck it out with the collective. If I had just stuck it out with the collective. But my pride and ego got the best of me. And I lost the opportunity. And you can't go back to the past. And the collective is so much better and happier on their own. This person is probably, I want to say too, this person could be dealing with an alcohol issue. The relationship that they're in, they may have there may be a child involved, like they may have fathered a child, mothered a child, they may have created a child. And so for them, it almost feels like here, if they, it's like they want to tell you a lot. They got a lot going on in their lives. They do want to share this information with you, but they kind of feel like if they tell you, I don't honestly think that this is going to make much of a difference, but it kind of feels like they're worried about telling you about, like, if they did father a child, like they're trying, this has been largely hidden from you, but if they did father a child, this person may be drinking themselves silly because they know that if you find this information out, that you will absolutely not deal with them at all. You would be done. Yikes. All right. Let's get a couple of Angel Answers cards. Let's get a couple of Angel Answers cards. If you have a question, the answer is yes. Not the right time. Communicate clearly and big happy changes. Okay. Well, let's get a couple of tea leaves. Money path. A path with money is waiting for you to find it. Dog. Protection from a powerful friend. The month of January may be significant. Could be dealing with a Capricorn or an Aquarius. Tortoise, slowly but surely getting ahead. The month of May may be significant. Could be dealing with a Taurus or a Gemini. Hills, obstacles to overcome. Rat, someone working against you behind your back. Whoop. And we'll take this one. Frying pan, trouble and accusations. Okay. And let's get some index cards. Ooh. Someone has a secret life or lifestyle. Somebody uses manipulation tactics. Someone is trying to ruin you. Someone wanted you homeless and alone. Someone could be dealing with alcoholism. Someone uses money, power, and sex for influence. Someone spreading gossip, lies, and rumors. We have meddling family members. Someone with a big ego. Aries could be significant. You're in the public eye, so you're being seen. Somebody regrets getting involved. Someone's acting like a victim. There's an older man here. Someone's verbally, emotionally, and mentally abusive. You may have clarity around the situation. Listen to the lyrics of the music you're listening to. There may be some music downloads. The month of October could be significant. Could be dealing with a Libra or a Scorpio. There's an agent of chaos out here. There's a gold digger. Their actions are causing a shitstorm in their life. They don't want you to prosper. Capricorn could be significant. The truth is coming. There's a toxic relationship. Somebody does things with an expectation of what they get in return. Someone is in a mental prison. Uncle or uncles could be involved. That card keeps coming out. There could be a Gemini involved. Someone is cyber stalking you. You're supported by your tribe. Someone may be getting tarot readings on you. Homelessness. So somebody could be facing homelessness. Again, they wanted you to be homeless. So, I mean, turnabout is fair play. Return to sender. I mean, you know. Somebody's a wolf in sheep's clothing. The month of January may be significant. Could be dealing with a Capricorn or an Aquarius. So in terms of the astrological signs that I have out here, I have Aries, Libra, Scorpio, Capricorn, Aquarius, Gemini. An older man, uncles or uncle, and meddling family members. Okay. Let's use this truth deck. So the question that I get a lot, people always ask, like, what's the significance of the dates that I do at the end of the readings? And if the significance is, if you hear a date that stands out, like the birthday of your ops, or like a wedding day or an anniversary, or anything like that, then that also kind of like stamps like this message is for you. There's something in this message for you. All right, we have separation, new love coming, stress and anxiety, we'll get back together, temporary, so maybe you'll get back together temporarily. Somebody wants commitment though. Space is needed. Texting 44616. And when I call out the numbers, those are synchronicities that you may be seeing. Someone will make it right. Truth teller. No other interest. Talk about it. 1111. Don't take it personal. Ooh, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 14. Sexual desires. Commitment issues. 13, 13. Wandering eye. Commitment issues. Wandering eye. Sexual desires. Commitment issues and wandering eye. 44. 1444. Phone conversation, seek expert help. Somebody likes you romantically. It's not you, it's them. Self-love, legal or contract matters, speak up, and quit. Wandering eye, quit. Bottom of the deck, increased money. Again, 1414 is out here chasing us around, as is 1313. 212, 1111, 99. All right, let's look at the dates. So we know January was already out here for Capricorn and Aquarius. I don't actually have any January dates out here, so let's jump right into February. I have February the 8th, February the 11th, and 12th. No dates in March. I have April the 4th, April the 7th, April the 10th, April the 13th, and 14th. May, I have a few dates in May. May the 6th, May the 7th, May 9th is out here twice. May 11th. I have May 13th out here 3 times. So May 13th may be a very relevant date for someone. April the 4th, April the 7th, April the 10th, April the 13th, and April the 14th. I have May the 7th, May the 9th. Oh, I said May. Oh, did I say? Oh, God, I totally lost my train of thought. I went straight from, I didn't go from March. I didn't know, we didn't have March dates. April, May, May 7th, May 9th, May 13th, May 6th, May 9th, May 11th, May 13th twice, May, June. Okay. June the 8th. Oh, let's start down here. Sorry, I'm a little frazzled. June the 5th, June the 8th, June the 9th, June the 11th is out here twice. June the 12th. June 13th is out here twice. June 14th. June 16th. I have July the 4th, July 5th. July 4th is out here twice. July 5th. July 9th is out here twice. July 13th is out here twice. July 15th and 16th. Then I have April the 2nd, April the 11th, April the 12th. August, my bad. Why does April keep coming out? August the 2nd, August the 11th, August the 12th, August the 13th is out here twice. August the 6th, August the 6th, too. September the 5th is out here twice. September the 6th, September the 7th, September the 13th is out here twice. September the 14th, September the 15th, September the 10th. October the 4th, October the 9th, October the 13th, 14th, and 15th. November the 6th, November 2nd, November 6th, November 8th. November 8th is out here twice. November the 12th. November the 13th is out here twice. November 5th, 6th, 9th. November 15th, November 7th, November 16th. And then December the 2nd, December the 8th is out here twice. December the 6th, December the 11th, December the 13th is out here twice, and December the 16th. All right, let's do some dice, and then we'll wrap. That's Leo, that's Taurus, this is Pisces, this is Pluto. Pluto's out here twice. Pluto's ruled by Scorpio. This is Jupiter. Jupiter is Sagittarius. Then we have the 6th house, daily routines, acts of service, health. 11th house, which would be like your network, your groups, your network, charity, and 12th house, spirituality, hidden enemies, self-undoing, secrets, endings. Leo, Taurus, Pisces, Pluto, Jupiter, 6th house, 11th house, 12th house. All right, guys, I'm going to leave it there. If any parts of this reading resonated for you, gave you clarity or confirmation over your own story, give the video a thumbs up so we can circulate into the algorithm and get in front of the eyes that need to see us the most. If you would like to book a personal more aligned with your own story, all of my information is below in the description box. I invite you to join me for a session. My books are always open. They're always open. I think I'm going to come back after I drop my son off. We'll do one more reading. We'll do an oracle pull and see what comes out in that reading. So I guess I'll see you guys in a little bit. All right. Take care. See you in the next reading. Bye.